Welcome back to the kitchen. We're going to be making a blueberry croissant bake today. This is one of the dishes that when our adult children come back home, they ask for this all the time. Really easy, takes a little bit of prepping and then put it right into the oven to bake, and you have a beautiful dish for company or just for yourself that tastes so good. We're gonna start by preheating the oven at 350 degrees. We have 4 large croissants and we're going to cut them into bite-sized pieces. So they don't have to be real tiny. You want them to be able to absorb the liquid but not get too mushy. Depending on the size of your croissants, you may use more or less, but you want about 5 cups of cut up croissant bits. I've already pre-sprayed this with a non-stick spray, and I'm just going to add the croissants into the dish. And it's going to be a baking dish, just remember that. To the croissants, I'm going to take 2 cups of blueberries, more or less to taste, and we're just going to mix those in a little bit. And make sure some of the croissants are poking up above the blueberries, because those will get nice and crusty when they're starting to bake, and it tastes so good once it's all finished. Next, we're gonna make the egg and cream cheese mixture that we're gonna pour over this. In a bowl that's deep enough, you're going to put 1 block of cream cheese, 2/3 cup sugar, 2 large eggs, 1 cup of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm using an immersion blender. You can also put this into a mix master with a paddle. You want to make sure everything is combined and that the mixture gets really smooth. Now that I have this all mixed and you can see it's nice and smooth, I'm going to pour it over the top, and we're just going to let it sit and rest for about 10 to 15 minutes in the pan. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow some of the time for the croissants to pull up that mixture to be able to be deep within the croissant, so that when it comes out baked, the actual croissants themselves are part of that cream cheese mixture. It's time to bake it now. Remember, your oven has been preheated for 350 degrees. We're going to bake it on the middle rack, and with the croissants, the egg mixture, and the blueberries, we've let it rest to be able to let that moisture pull up into the croissant for about 10 to 15 minutes before baking it. So let's get it in the oven. Our blueberry croissant bake is all done. Look at that. I've added a little bit of powdered sugar just to dust the top of it, but you can see that it was golden brown and it has almost a little crustiness to the very top of the croissants. Be careful, let it cool for just a little bit, because it is bubbling hot and those blueberries are steaming inside. So you're just going to cut it along the edges and serve it up. It's such a favorite in our family. I hope that you try it and it becomes a favorite in yours too. Have a great day.